have the Duke and Duchess of Sussex, Prince Harry and Meghan, held secret meeting with Tom Holland and Zendaya? So, the latest story from the UK islands are that Prince Harry and Meghan have held secret meetings with Tom Holland and Zendaya, the Spiderman stars. Tom Holland and Zendaya. By the way, I love them so much. And this is a meeting that I would love to see. But the facts are facts. And the fact is the fact that this is a lie from the Daily Fail once again. And I'm going to prove it in just a moment, because the Daily Fail lies so much. They beat the devil at lying. No one lies more than UK tabloid The Daily Fail. It's made millions and millions of dollars profiting from its own lies. And the worst nightmare the Daily Fail will ever have is the squad, because we investigate and we investigate a lot. And today we investigated this latest lie by the Daily Fail, and we found it to be a lie. And as I said, no one lies more than the Daily Fail, the Daily Mail that lost a court case to Meghan, Duchess of Sussex, for breach of copyright and privacy. And we'll prove that in just a moment. Now, this is what they said, basically, that Harry and Meghan met up with Tom Holland and Zendaya. And they said this: a friend of Harry told the Daily Mail. It was only then that immediately you know is nothing but a lie. It's then that you know that it's a lie, because first thing is first. The first evidence is the fact that Prince Harry and Meghan have specifically issued a statement saying that Harry and Meghan have a zero engagement policy with UK tabloids, the Daily Fail, The Sun, and most of the UK racist tabloids. That's the first evidence. So no friend of Harry is going to talk to the Daily Mail. That is not Prince Harry and Meghan's friend. Make no mistake whatsoever about that. No friend of Prince Harry speaks to the Daily Fail. That's the first evidence. And the second evidence is that, now UK tabloids say this, is the fact that the Daily Fail said that that the friend of Harry told the Daily Fail that Tom and Zendaya were rather bemused, that Tom had never met Harry or spoken to him in his life. So let's debunk this latest gossip from UK tabloids, and let's just call it exactly what it is: a lie. And make no mistake about this, Prince Harry and Meghan met up. Prince Harry actually met up with Tom Holland a couple of years ago. And we have the picture to prove it. Here at Sussex Squad Family TV, we have the picture to prove this latest lie by UK tabloid The Daily Fail. The Daily Fail that has waged a personal vendetta against Prince Harry and Meghan, the Duke and Duchess of Sussex, for years and years now. Never-ending, calculated, coordinated smear campaign against the Duchess of Sussex, more specifically. Now, this person said that Tom had never met Harry or spoken to him in his life. Now then, if that's the case, then what about this picture that I easily found when I was investigating, of Prince Harry speaking next to and taking a picture with Tom Holland during a charity polo match that they played years ago? But somehow the Daily Fail said that Harry and Meghan have never met before. It actually said that a friend of Harry's spoke to the Daily Fail. That's just a lie. A lie. Not even the devil lies more than the Daily Fail. Those people are liars, just like Camilla Tomini is a liar, like most of the so-called carnival of so-called experts working for UK tabloids are liars. In this case, they are also lying. And We're not going to let them keep getting away with lies against Prince Harry and Meghan. We won't allow them to get away with lies. We just won't stand for it. And we've investigated this. And as I said, Prince Harry and Tom Holland met years ago. So this words by them that Tom had never met Harry in his life is clearly a lie. What about this picture? I mean, UK tabloids, so-called carnival or so-called experts, are so incompetent to the point that they can't even trace a picture that you can easily Google and find of Prince Harry and Tom Holland at a charity polo event years ago. I mean, UK tabloids do PR for the royal family for so many years. They take pictures of members of the royal family for so many years. You can't tell me that someone was so lazy enough when writing an article about Prince Harry and even trying to say Prince Harry's friend, knowing full well Prince Harry does not, I repeat, does not engage with UK tabloid The Daily Fail. They have a zero engagement policy with The Daily Fail. Any information from Prince Harry is released directly by Prince Harry's spokesperson. Only Prince Harry's spokesperson is authorized to speak on behalf of the Sussexes. As Prince Harry even said a while back, he said this, and they issued a statement: ignore what UK tabloids say. Any information will be released by actual communication team or our spokesperson directly, not a UK tabloid saying, and I quote, a friend of Harry said Prince Harry has never met Tom Holland before, when here it is, a picture of Prince Harry alongside Tom Holland. I mean, it took me 5 seconds to find this picture. 5 seconds. It didn't take me a day. 5 seconds to debunk this lie by UK tabloids, The Daily Fail, that lost a court case to Meghan, that is of Sussex. They cannot go a single day without writing a story, an article about Prince Harry and Meghan. Listen, you kicked these people out of the UK. You told them to go back to America. You called them all manner of names. You hurled racial abuse. You said that Meghan was straight out of Compton, the common racist tropes that you've made towards Meghan. You said that she should go back to America. You proudly, happily wrote articles telling a mixed race woman, the first mixed race woman to ever join the royal family, to go back to America. You said that, not me. You said that. And now that she's in America, you cannot even write an article without mentioning her name. You said that, hey, we're going to support the senior members of the royal family. You called Prince Harry and Meghan junior members of the royal family. Not my words, your words. And despite all of this, still, instead of focusing on the ones you claim to love, the Prince William, the Kate Middleton, instead of focusing on them, you focus on two people who no longer live in the UK. How long will you keep this going on? How long will you keep up this constant, never-ending lie? Daily Mail, Daily Fail. You truly are a daily fail. As Meghan said, you are a daily fail. Leave Meghan alone. Leave this woman alone. Leave Prince Harry alone. They want nothing to do with you. This lies, whenever you hear a friend of Harry told the Daily Mail, it's a lie, a lie, a lie, a lie. Prince Harry and Meghan don't engage with UK tabloids, first of all. Secondly, there's a picture of Prince Harry with Tom Holland that took me 2 seconds when I was investigating to find. You can't tell me that someone who has resources, way more money probably than me, can't take 5 seconds to investigate. I mean, these people, they lie so much. They can't control themselves from lying. And it makes me sick. It makes me sick how a UK tabloid is allowed to operate in so much impunity. So much impunity as the Daily Fail keeps on engaging in, as they have for such a long time. And it makes me sick. Leave Prince Harry and Meghan alone. Just leave them alone. Now, they're saying that Harry and Meghan were able to meet with the Hollywood stars in secrecy as they look to expand their famous contacts in California. And the source added, which is they've said is Prince Harry's friend, that the meeting took place. Harry and Meghan have a zero engagement policy with UK tabloids. And I'd like to remind you of one thing, is the fact that these UK tabloids, they always lie. They always lie. And I've debunked this lie today here at Squad Family TV. Now, Prince Harry shares 2 children with Meghan, Archie and little bit Diana. And Prince Harry will next see him as they team up with tennis legend Serena Williams for an event next month. The Duke will be in his role as Chief Impact Officer for professional coaching and mental health organization Better Up when he teams up with the tennis ace and the company CEO Alexei Robichaud for a conversation about, and I quote, cultivating the power of mental fitness through a bold commitment to inner work on 3rd February. And I cannot wait for this event with Prince Harry, Alexei, and Serena Williams. I cannot wait to hear this discussion. Make no mistake about one thing, we shall feature it exclusively here at Sussex Squad Family TV, and I cannot wait to hear from Prince Harry on this conversation about cultivating the power of mental fitness through a bold commitment to inner work on 3rd February. Now, Regina King lost her son who committed suicide, and it makes me sad. We need to do something about mental health for men and even for women. Robin Williams, one of the most famous actors in the world, someone I loved watching in Mrs. Doubtfire, he also committed suicide. And we need to talk about mental health in men and also for women. We need to help up. If you know someone who is suffering or has mental health issues, don't leave them alone. Kindly go ahead and look for help for them. Help them, please. If you know someone suffering from depression, anxiety attacks, or some form of disorder that harms them in any way, get help for them. Please, please, and please get help for them. Mental health issue is extremely, extremely important, and I'm glad, I'm thankful for the likes of Prince Harry, Alexei, Serena Williams for every single thing that they do in promoting mental health discussions. We desperately need it. Now, this discussion will form part of the company's virtual Inner Work Day, and we'll see the trio share personal stories about their own experiences, and I cannot wait to see this event. An agenda for the event stated, and I quote, from creating companies and foundations designed to inspire others to achieve their best to tackling challenges and finding success both in and outside of work. Serena, Prince Harry, and Alexei share their personal stories and unique perspectives, and I cannot wait to hear their personal stories and unique perspectives. I cannot wait to hear this. This will be absolutely fantastic event, and which we will feature exclusively here at Sussex Squad Family TV on YouTube. Now, if you haven't subscribed for the event, and please go ahead and sign up for the event. Please sign up for the event. It's going to be a tremendous, tremendous event, and I cannot wait to see it. Now, also, the second thing that I wanted to talk about today is the fact that apparently the latest news is also that the fact that Prince Charles, the reality TV star, the future King of England, will make a surprise cameo in ITV's Keeping Up with the Aristocrats, where he speaks with cast member about buying a £1,000 cow. Whoa, 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 whoa. Well, the things that keep on happening in the UK, wonders shall never end. Wonders will never ever end. Now, Harry and Meghan were bullied when the UK tabloids came up with a bogus report when they wrote articles that Harry and Meghan were going to do reality TV, which was not true, and not that it was even any of their business of UK tabloids at the time. Because I remember UK tabloids creating up morning segments bullying Harry and Meghan when these articles, which they clearly know they always lie about, that Harry and Meghan were joining a reality TV show, which is not true. But yet, they dedicated morning segments, evening segments, talking about it, plastering it across their front pages that Harry and Meghan were starting a reality TV show, which was a lie, obviously, and which was not even their business, because Harry and Meghan at the time were not taxpayer funded, because the Daily Mail made sure of that with the constant bullying of Harry and Meghan, and the Farm also made sure of that to follow UK tabloids what they were saying, because let's face it, the Farm, UK tabloids work hand in hand together. Now, we saw the bullying that Harry and Meghan experienced because of a bogus lie. But yet, right now, we see silence from the so-called UK tabloids and carnival of so-called experts now that Prince Charles, a failed father and a failed husband, a lousy father and a lousy father. I think he should change his name when he becomes king. He'll probably be called King Charles the Lousy, because he's a very, very lousy father and a lousy husband to Princess Diana, the late Princess Diana. The man can't stop failing at being a parent. He just keeps on failing at being a parent to Prince Harry. Now, this guy says that he'll be making a surprise cameos in ITV's Keeping Up with the Aristocrats, where he speaks with cast member about buying a £1,000, yet many of them are quiet. Many UK tabloids are quiet about this, not saying a single word about this Prince Charles appearing and making a cameo appearance about this to a reality TV show. I thought this was unroyal-like, especially due to the fact that the future King of England, Prince Charles, is taxpayer funded. And which brings me to the fact that UK tabloids are always angry towards Prince Harry and Meghan. They need a reason to be angry. Actually, they don't need a reason to be angry. They'll make up anything to be angry to Harry and Meghan, depending on the situation, because they need a reason to be outraged. They need anything to be outraged. Now, when Harry and Meghan are not seen in public, UK tabloids are out there complaining, oh, we've not seen them since they released a picture of them with their two children, Archie and Lilibet Diana, last year. We've not seen Harry and Meghan anywhere. Oh, they complain. And when they see Prince Harry and Meghan, they complain again. Which also happened when Harry and Meghan said that they wanted to no longer be senior members of the royal family, to step down due to a torrent of abuse and racism, incitement of hate by UK tabloids towards them. They said they wanted to step down, valuing their mental health. And I remember at the time, UK tabloids were chanting, strip them of their security, strip them of their security, strip Prince Harry and Meghan of their security. They formed polls by YouGov and other polls by UK tabloids themselves saying Harry and Meghan should be stripped of their security. They complained about it and said that Harry and Meghan should foot their own personal security bills. Now, and then they equally complained a few days ago when Harry and Meghan said that, oh yeah, when Harry issued a statement saying that he wants to pay for his own security, they became outraged again. They're always angry. Always. And they followed the directions from the Farm. When Harry and Meghan actually used 2.4 million to renovate Frogmore Cottage, a house that was scheduled for renovations. It looks like a servant's quarters, really. And when Harry and Meghan used up 2.4 million pounds, that was said to be a gift from the Queen, a house or property belonging to even the Queen, not Harry and Meghan. It belonged to the Queen. A property scheduled for renovations when Harry and Meghan used £22.4 million to renovate Frogmore Cottage, which looks like a servant's quarters that they were given by the Queen. UK tabloids were outraged. They also formed morning segments. We are so angry. We are angry that Harry and Meghan are, have used 2.4 million to renovate Frogmore Cottage, that they need to pay back that money. They've never asked that of anyone. I mean, look at the Queen. The Queen is spending £500 million to renovate Buckingham Palace. You've seen Prince William and Kate Middleton. They've used that £4 million to renovate an apartment at Kensington Palace. You've seen the Duke and Duchess of Gloucester. They've used up £1 million to renovate their homes. All these royals living in taxpayer-funded homes and renovating with taxpayer-funded money. They never had a problem with them doing anything about it. But they had a problem at the servants' quarters in which the mixed-race woman lived, that she renovated a cottage that was scheduled for renovation, that they were told it was a gift from the Queen, property belonging to the Queen, that they had to pay back the money, the 2.4 million. And yes, Harry and Meghan paid back the 2.4 million pounds. When Harry and Meghan secured the Netflix deal and Spotify deal, they repaid the money. And then when they repaid the money, UK tabloids were also angry that Harry and Meghan repaid the money. Members of the Sasquatch family TV, please tell me. Please just tell me. Just tell me, because I'm fed up. I'm fed up with these people. I'm fed up with the so-called carnival of so-called experts. I'm fed up with the farm. I'm fed up with this constant moments that they choose to pick outrage, when to be angry about something. Because the only thing that they seem to be more angry about is the fact that a mixed race woman is happy. They cannot stand it. They cannot stand it. You have a full-grown ass man. You're a full-grown man. A full-grown man goes on national TV and says that Meghan is stealing our prince. Meghan is Harry's wife. You're not Harry's wife. A full-grown man goes on national TV to complain and say that Meghan is stealing our prince. The same full-grown man who went on national TV to tell Meghan to go back to America. Yes, I remember. We all remember. And we can never forget what happened. We will never be able to forget what happened. And what I see right now with Prince Charles currently appearing in a reality TV show, Keeping Up with the Aristocrats, and not a single UK tabloid saying that how unroyal this is. The double standards, they just make me sick. It's blatant racism. Blatant racism. They cannot stand seeing a mixed race black woman in a space where they thought a white woman is more deserving. It's clear racism. It's clear evidence of racism. And it makes me sick. It saddens me that Prince Harry and Meghan have had to experience what they have experienced at the hands of UK tabloids and continue to experience up to now. This point where UK tabloids choose to be outraged over something, hypocritically outraged over something, picking and choosing. UK tabloids want to have their own cake and eat it. They want to be able to bully Harry and Meghan and profit from bullying Harry and Meghan. And we're not going to allow them to keep up these lies, this constant negativity, this constant onslaught against Prince Harry and Meghan's character, the constant defamation. We won't stand for it. Now, it makes me sick what they've been able to get away with. They should stop these double standards. Stop this double standard, the usual double standard at work. And this is just one big joke that I see right now. One big joke. The hypocrisy, the double standards, they make me sick. It makes me sick. We've seen the same double standards applied to how the UK tabloids treated Meghan, a mixed race woman who joined the royal family, and how they treated Kate Middleton. We've seen the racism, we've seen the double standards, and we are not going to stand for it. We will not stand for it. Make no mistake about that. And this is just wrong. Now, I also like to pay a tribute to Prince Harry, that on this day in 2016, Prince Harry visited the University of Bath, who was on campus at Team Bath to watch the UK selection trials for the At We Are Invictus Games, a competition he founded in 2014 to showcase the sporting abilities of injured service personnel. What I like about Prince Harry is the work that he puts in, and the fact that the University of Bath has tweeted this picture honoring Prince Harry on this day. I am deeply, deeply admiring it. I admire it and I love it. You see how they personally feel about Prince Harry. They personally respect him. And in as much as UK tabloids may want people to think that people hate Prince Harry, you can clearly see Prince Harry is loved. Prince Harry is loved, no matter what UK tabloids tell others. Now, the likes of Prince William, they've never had popularity. They've always been jealous of Harry and Harry since childhood. And now when Harry fell in love with Meghan and got married, they had to wage this smear campaign towards Meghan because they couldn't stand seeing Harry happy. Now, what also puzzles me is the fact that this so-called racists targeting Meghan keep on saying that, think about the children argument when it comes to the Cambridges, when the majority of the fan base have slandered Meghan, claiming that spreading malicious rumors and lies about Meghan's pregnancy. Now, were they thinking about the kids then? They don't see Meghan as a human being. They've dehumanized Meghan. They've dehumanized her. And it's just wrong what they've been able to get away with. It's just wrong. And one thing that also I want to call out is the hypocrisy of the royal family. The hypocrisy of the royal family in terms of their charities. One thing I want to talk about today is the fact that royal patronages of charities don't seem to help charities much. Having a royal patron does not mean your charity will be successful. Now, apparently, Kate Middleton has been gifted or handed over by the monarchy to become a patron of rugby league, which Prince Harry previously headed while being a senior member of the royal family. Even the Rugby League Association even said that they would have loved it if Prince Harry would have stayed on as their patron because they loved, respected, and admired Prince Harry's work. And if you're willing to put in the work, you will be respected, you will be loved, people will love you. But unfortunately for Kate Middleton, she's not willing to work. She's work shy. She doesn't like working. And the fact that she's been handed over this role of patron, I don't think she'll do much because honestly, she doesn't like to work. And this will just go down badly for the rugby league because now they have a work shy member of the royal family, Kate Middleton, becoming their royal patron. I mean, nobody even thinks that she'll even go there to the rugby league. This rugby league association, they respected and loved Prince Harry. And this shows that even the charities, these rugby league associations, they don't have, they're not really have the opportunity or the authority to make decisions on who they want as a patron. Because clearly, Kate Middleton has been shoved down the throats of the rugby league associations. And in short, we found that charities should not seek or retain royal patronages expecting that they will help much. 74% of charities with royal patrons did not get any public engagements with them last year. We could not find any evidence that royal patrons increases a charity's revenue. There were no other outcomes that we could analyze. Note that royalty increases generosity more broadly. Giving evidence takes no view on the value of the royal family. Generally, the findings are summarized. Now, this is true. Having a royal patron does not guarantee that a charity will receive funds or be successful. We've seen the likes of Princess Anne or Kate Middleton having to shut down their charities that they are patrons of due to lack of funds because they wouldn't work to get the money for these charities. Now, engagements were created by the royal family to lie to the public and to deceive members of the public, and lie to them that they were actually working, that cutting ribbons or being a patron of a charity, they're helping that charity, that they're doing their service, their duty to their country. It's all a farce. I'm here to tell all of you that it's all a farce. It's a farce. It's a farce. And according to recent findings, is the fact that 74% of charities with royal patrons did not get any public engagements with them last year. And there was no evidence that royal patrons increase a charity's revenue. Some of Kate Middleton's personal charities have also collapsed due to a lack of funding. Now, an investigation was conducted, and we investigated this mindful that some donors help charities much less than they think they do. Some help a lot. Some create so much work that dealing with them consumes the entire donation, meaning that their net contribution is nil. And some are even worse, creating a net drain. There was someone who was actually a charity CEO who said that he wrote an entire book for donors about how charities really function and how donors can help them and avoid hindering them. Equally, some well-intentioned programs run by charities are great. Some achieve nothing and some are counterproductive and harmful. Royal patronages can create costs for charities. For example, the Telegraph newspaper claimed that the Outward Bound Trust flew Prince Andrew, its then patron, to New York to attend a fundraising event. Charities often seem to think that a royal patron will visit them or enable events at palaces which they can use to attract press coverage or donors. In fact, most UK charities with royal patrons did not get a single public engagement with their royal patron last year. For instance, it took Kate Middleton 8 years to visit one patronages that she was handed over by the Queen. Do you hear that? It took Kate Middleton 8 years to visit a single patronage that she was handed over by the Queen, one charity in which she was a patron of. So having a royal patron does not mean that the person will actually even work. And that's the situation that we have here. That is the situation that we have here right now. And only 1% of charities with royal patrons got more than one public engagement with them last year. Now, it transpires that Kate Middleton hasn't visited one of her patronage charities for 8 years. Some got many more, but they are mainly charities set up by the royals to make it look that they are actually working. And which brings me to what I want to talk about today, the fact that engagements were created by the royal family, the farm, alongside UK tabloids, to make it look, to give the public the illusion that the royal family works for the money that they receive, when in reality, they really don't. The job of the royal family is to pose for UK tabloids and get PR. And the royal family invests a lot in PR. For them to survive, they need PR. And I agree with that. They do need PR. And they've chosen PR that's mostly bigoted. A UK tabloids that are basically TMZ, but TMZ on steroids. And some got many more. These charities are set up by the royals to make it look like they are actually working. In reality, they are not working. And charities set up by the royals are 2% of the patronee charities, but last year got 36% of the royal public engagements with patronee charities. Later, Prince William took over 2 patronages from the Queen and Prince Philip, One of those charities had one official engagement from their royal patron in the last 10 in the last 10 years. In the last 10 years, one of the charities had one official engagement from the royal patron, who was the Queen and Prince Philip at the time. In the last 10 years, the other had none in 10 years. I repeat, the royal family created engagements and have created this set up patronages that members of the royal family become patrons of these charities, to give the public the illusion that the royal family actually works as patrons of various charities, to give the public the illusion. And as I said it before, I've said this before and I'll say it again. The fact that the royal family calls work engagements is all you need to know about the priorities of the royal family. And that's just what I'm going to say about that. Charities seem to matter to the royal family. Charities and patronages is the first permanent item on the royal website below an article about the monarch. So these charities, they don't get any revenue from members of the royal family. Majority of the times, okay, they don't get. And donors should not assume that a charity with the royal patronages outperforms its peers. Take air ambulances. The UK has 21 air ambulance charities, each serving a different patch. The ones with senior royal patrons are Cornwall, Camilla, Duchess of Cornwall, London, William, who lives in London, Wiltshire, Camilla, who has a house in neighbouring Gloucester, and Yorkshire, Andrew, Duke of York. It seems likely that these selections are driven less by quality than by history and geography. So having a royal patron basically does not bring in any money. Now, Meghan once said, if there was a lack of justice and there is an inequality, then someone needs to say something. And why not me? And I'm glad that Meghan has always been able to help charities that she has headed. She was so good at the job. She managed to secure funding for the cookbook that she wrote a foreword for the Grenfell community, to the point that the so-called carnival of so-called experts and members in the royal family, Kate Middleton, Prince William, were so jealous to the point that they had to call their friend, allegedly, Camilla Tominey is a liar. And Camilla Tominey is a liar wrote an article linking a cookbook to 19 domestic terrorists and adding Meghan's name. They have Islamophobia inside of them. This Islamophobia of UK tabloids, and Camilla Tominey is a liar in particular, seems to have it deep inside of her. And Meghan's cookbook, even the mayor of London at the time, Sadiq Khan, said this about Meghan. I have been, and I quote the mayor of London, he said this, I have been to Grenfell community so many times, but never have I seen the impact that has been caused to Grenfell community more than when Meghan, Duchess of Sussex, came to Grenfell community. It was when he saw there was change and that someone had done something for them. But Camilla Tominey is a liar, had to, with her Islamophobia, had to write an article for the Telegraph linking Meghan's cookbook that she wrote a foreword for and raised up to $500,000 for Grenfell community. She couldn't control her racism towards Meghan. She couldn't control it, the point that she had to smear Meghan's work, knowing full well that Meghan herself has worked all her life and every project that she has ever undertaken in the royal family has been successful. And that serves as one of the reasons why Meghan was kicked out of the royal family. And Prince William apparently is reportedly also appalled by Prince Harry's reason for not visiting the UK, according to recent reports. Prince William is incandescent with rage. Prince William does not think that Prince Harry's request for security is not a valid reason for Prince Harry to visit, for Prince Harry being unable to visit the UK. Prince William does not think that Prince Harry making a request to receive security from Met Police after the constant never-ending incitement of hate towards Prince Harry and Meghan is a valid reason for Prince Harry not being able to visit the UK. That tells you who the person Prince William is and has always been. Prince William will never make a good king. He will never ever make a good king. I mean, who are your future kings in England? You have Prince Charles, a lousy husband, a lousy father. If he failed at being a husband, failed at being a father, what makes you think he'll become a success as king of the UK? Prince William, lousy brother. Apparently, he also has been allegedly cheating on his wife with Rose Hambury, a cheater as well, just like his father, Prince Charles. So, with all that, that's the future of the UK, and the future of the UK clearly does not look bright. Prince William that authorized Jason Knopf to issue a statement against the Duchess of Sussex, and they still lost in court. Still, Meghan went up against the Daily Mail and the UK firm, Prince William, Kate Middleton, Jason Knopf, and she won. Yes, she won. She won. Yes, Meghan won. And lastly, as I finish this podcast, Christopher Bowsy has been targeted by the so-called racists targeting Meghan, harassing Meghan, the 3 YouTube channels, Yankee Wally, the likes of Yankee Wally, Marky, and according to Taz, to the point that now he has actually filed a petition. He's actually considering sending his lawyers to issue and to remove the defamatory content they posted on YouTube and other platforms. Christopher Bowsy has said that he is considering moving forward with legal action. He said that my family and I are done playing these games and now we are going on the offensive period after these so-called 3 hate accounts have kept on targeting him. So Christopher Bowsy has been debating on how to deal with several trolls here in the US targeting us for weeks, and we have decided to take our lawyer's advice. Starting next week, the firm representing us will send cease and desist letters to Leslie, Sue Smith, and Susan Hamilton. These hate accounts targeting Meghan, and if they refuse to remove the defamatory content they posted on YouTube and other platforms, we will move forward with legal action. My family and I are done playing these games and now we are going on the offensive period. I'm glad. The time has come to deal with these racist hate accounts. The time has come. That's perfect. They should have stopped a long time ago. Now they're going to find out a lot of things. Thank you to Christopher Bowsy for fighting this hate. Thank you. Thank you so much for helping the Duke and Duchess of Sussex, helping them to fight this hate. Thank you so much. And I'm hoping that everything goes well and that these hate accounts are held accountable. And Christopher Bowsy will be taking these trolls in the US to court if they refuse to remove defamatory content on their YouTube platforms. He specifically mentioned the names Leslie Sue Smith and Susan Hamilton. And I'm hoping that they go after these hate accounts and get them deplatformed. Now, I hope you enjoyed our podcast today. Kindly like, subscribe, and support our ever-growing family on YouTube. Kindly hit that like and subscribe button for daily and consistent content. With so much love from Sussex Family TV, stay tuned to our next video.